Hey there, this is Dan DeMarco, and what you're looking at here is a screen capture of the calculator that we're including with the $10,000 in 30 days challenge. Now, this calculator is going to allow you to play with all of the key metrics that go into building an email affiliate business, and then project out and estimate just how much money that can make you over time. And before you get started, the first thing I recommend is go through the entire training program, learn everything there is to know. It's only going to be about 2 hours worth of training, and you can go through some of the ebooks. This way you get familiar with the entire course and the entire process. And then before you get started, I want you to play with this calculator a little bit, because this is going to give you a good example of what you can expect going into this program, how quickly you can make money, and you're going to see, I'm going to demonstrate it right now for you, how the smallest little tweaks in the process can make a huge difference in the amount of money that this actually earns. So let me go through this calculator. And the row right here, it's actually row 3. Now this calculator is going to be an Excel file. You can open it in Microsoft Excel. Otherwise, you can open it in Google Sheets if you don't have a copy of Microsoft Excel. So this will work in both cases. The formulas are the same. So in column 3 here, row 3, you have all of the variables that you can adjust to show your performance. And then the rest is going to be a projection of how big your email is going to grow, as well as how much money that list can make you. So the first column, you have clicks per day. This is the amount of clicks that you can generate to your landing page every single day, whether through any of the traffic sources that are in the program, whether it's the Facebook posting or the launch jacking or getting on the back of launches or even the paid traffic. This is where you're going to put in how many clicks you generate per day. And obviously, the more clicks you generate, the more leads you're going to generate, the more sales you're going to generate, and the higher the commissions. Right now, it's set to 100 clicks per day, which is really super simple. I mean, just by pasting on Facebook, you could pretty easily send 100 clicks per day. The next column is your cost per click. Now, this only really applies if you're going to be buying the traffic, which is a slightly more advanced topic. Normally, you want to take your earnings for the first couple of weeks and invest them in some of the paid traffic sources as a way to scale, because there's only so many places you can post on Facebook. There's only so many launches you can get behind, but paid traffic really is the way to scale this business beyond $10,000 a month. And right here, right now it's set to 0, since most of the traffic is going to be free traffic. The opt-in rate is the opt-in rate of your landing page. How many of those clicks become your email leads? The EPC is the earnings per click. Now, this is how much you earn for every click or hop you send to JVZoo, Warrior Plus, or any other affiliate network. You'll be able to see that stat in your affiliate dashboard on those affiliate networks. And in other videos, we're going to be walking you through that, where you can find and calculate that metric for yourself. The next column is the number of emails that you're going to be sending per day to your list. Now, as we discussed in the product, you want to send anywhere from 1 to 4 emails per day. Anything less than 1, if you're sending 1 a week or 1 every other day, it's simply not enough. 1 a day is the bare minimum. There's an old saying, how many days a week should I be sending an email? Every day you want to make money. So you need to send at least 1 email a day with a maximum of 4 emails per day. I send 4 emails per day to all of my lists. I know Luther does the same. And anything more than that can get a little excessive. It can start to decrease your open rates and your click-through rates, and people will just get a little fatigued. So 1 to 4 emails per day is a good, depending on how many emails you want to write. The CTR is the click-through rate on your emails. This is how many people, the percentage of people are actually clicking the link in your email. We're not showing open rates here, because open rates are a weird metric ever since certain companies like Apple are blocking open rates from being tracked. We're only tracking click-through rates, the amount of people that click through. So if you send out 100 emails, 1 person clicks on a link, that's a 1% click-through rate. And then the last metric are the number of days that you spend building your list. Now, we're going to take all of this information, and it's automatically calculated here to tell you what your email list size is going to be after the list building period. So after 30 days, since this is the 30-day challenge, at 100 clicks per day, you will have generated 3,000 clicks to your landing page, total cost of $0, because right now we're doing with free traffic. The total number of leads at a 40% opt-in rate will be 1,200 leads, and your total earnings would be $480 with this is your profit and loss. So if we did have a cost, for example, if we said this was 10 cents a click, notice that because our cost would be $300, the profit would only be $180 from those earnings. This is the total cost after generating the leads, before we send any emails. Because remember, after you have someone opt into your list, they're going to be going to one of the affiliate offers, and so you're going to be earning 40 cents a click on average from the person who just opted into your list. So at 100 clicks per day for 30 days with these metrics, you'll have earned $480 while building your list of 1,200 leads. Now, the passive list value is where things get interesting. The number of emails per day is taking the total number of leads and multiplying it by the number of emails you send per day. So if you've got 1,200 leads and you're sending 1 email per day, that's 1,200 emails, because you're sending that 1 email to all 1,200 of your leads. The clicks per day is calculated based on the click-through rate. So if we've sent 1,200 emails, we get a 1% click-through rate, that means you're going to be generating 12 clicks per day to whatever your affiliate offer is after having built this list. Now the money per day is your earnings per click times your clicks per day. So if you generate 12 clicks per day and you're earning 40 cents a click, that's how much you're going to be earning per day. And of course, we go to week, month, and year. 84 clicks per week, 360 clicks per month, 4,380 clicks per year, as well as the amount of money you'll be earning with those metrics. Now, if you notice right now, we're only earning about $144 per month. And this is not the $100 a month challenge. This is the $10,000 in 30-day challenge. So how do we go from $100 a month with these metrics up to $10,000 a month? And this is going to illustrate just how the smallest changes in your metrics can make a huge difference in your income. For example, with the lead sources that we're giving you, these are usually buyer lead sources. These are sources where they've already bought products on Warrior Plus or opting into your list. They're proven buyers. They're proven to buy over email, since 90% of the traffic going to Warrior Plus is over email marketing. 1% click-through rate is tiny. We have lists generating 10 to 20% click-through rates easily, especially when they're fresh leads. So your first couple of months, you can reasonably get 3, maybe even 4% click-through rate. Now, if you notice, just because of the quality of our leads, going from 1% to a 4% click-through rate, now our monthly income has increased to $576 per month. That's at a 4% click-through rate. Now, not only is the quality of the leads going to determine this, but the quality of the emails you write. So if you really take your time writing emails, if you go through and you look at the ones that converted the best and you send them again the following week, or you base future emails on them, you can quadruple your click-through rate pretty easily. Now, instead of sending 1 email a day, let's say you really want to hustle and you send 4 emails per day instead of the 1. Now the monthly income has gone from that measly $100 before to $2,300 just by sending an extra 3 emails a day and picking better emails. You've just gone from $100 a month to $2,000 a month. Now, 40% opt-in rate is kind of low. You usually want to shoot for 50% or more on your opt-ins. And the squeeze pages and the landing pages that we've given to you, especially in our upsell, and as well as what we're teaching you to do in the ebook and in the videos, you can expect an opt-in rate closer to 50%. I mean, I have landing pages that opt-in rates are around 70%, depending on the traffic source, especially when you have people coming off of buyer landing pages and they're looking to get a bonus. You can easily hit 50 to 70%. And if you notice, now we've increased 2,880. Now, let's say instead of 100 clicks per day, you can really hustle and generate 200 clicks per day. Now we're talking, now we're halfway there. Now we've gone from $100 a month to over $5,000 a month in income. Now, what else can we change? 40-cent EPC is what I tend to get on very cold traffic. Now, cold traffic, for anyone who doesn't know, is when you're just advertising on a place like CNN.com, FoxNews.com, or you're buying solo ads, where these are leads that may not be buyers. They might not even be real leads. They could be fake clicks. And so your earnings per click are going to be extremely low. Our buyers list, we typically generate $4, $5 EPCs because we have a lot of name recognition and we have a relationship with that list. So it's not unreasonable to have an EPC closer to 60 cents or 70 cents when you're building a buyer list from launch jacking and other places. And look at that. We have just hit our $10,000 a month mark, from $100 a month to $10,000 a month with just small optimizations throughout the funnel. Like I said, the smallest change makes the biggest difference. If you get lazy and you only send 3 emails a day instead of 4 emails a day, look what happens. Now you're talking 7,500. And same thing, if you get lazy with your emails and you don't test them and you don't try and write them or use the sales copy that we give you and you only get a 2% click-through rate as opposed to a 4%, again, you've just cut your monthly income in half to $5,000 a month. And this calculator is going to be really important to use as you're building your business as well. Because let's say you spend a couple of weeks and you're generating, you'll have exact numbers. You'll know that you're generating exactly 153 clicks. You know that your opt-in rate is a 45%. You know that your earnings per click is only 55 cents. You know that the emails per day, you don't always send 4. Sometimes you send 2 or 3, so maybe it's only 3. And you're not making the money that you were expecting going into the challenge. Well, with this calculator, you can go through and figure out the things you need to improve on and the things you need to change. It's almost like having myself or Luther look at your business, because if you were to pay us to do a private coaching session, this is exactly what we would do. I would ask you, show me your metrics, show me how many clicks you're sending, show me what your cost per click is, show me what your opt-in rates are. And I try to find the weakest link, the smallest little screw that I can turn to turn up the volume and to generate the money that you want. So in this case, for example, 55-cent EPC, I might say, you know what, let's try to get that to $1. And there's 2 ways you can do that. One, you can pick better products to promote, products that have a higher price point, higher conversion rate. That might be able to get you up to 70 cents and, up to $2,600 a month. Not only that, but let's say you're just approaching affiliates, just requesting and not communicating with the vendor at all, and you don't get any sort of commission bump. Commission bumps can make or break your entire funnel. If you're earning 70 cents per click at a 50% commission on Warrior Plus, just by approaching that vendor and asking for a commission bump, in many cases, they'll give you a bump to 100%. Myself and Luther, for example, if you approach us and ask us for a commission bump and you're sending good traffic, we have no problem giving you 100% throughout the entire funnel, because you're going to be sending us buyer leads, which is worth more to us than the actual product sale. So that could easily take you from 70 cents to $1.40. And now you're back making $5,000 a month. Same thing. Maybe your opt-in rate, like I said, you want to try and shoot for over 50%. If your opt-in rate is only 45%, maybe increasing that a little bit. And now you're up to $6,000 a month. And same thing, maybe your clicks, if you could just hustle a little more, spend an extra 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, maybe reach out to 1 or 2 more vendors and get that up to, say, 220 clicks instead of 153, now you're approaching that $10,000 mark. And same thing too. We call this the 30-day challenge, but you don't have to spend just 30 days working. And this is the other magic thing. Just spend 2 months building your list, and all of a sudden, you're doubling the amount of money you can make per month because you've spent a full 60 days building that list, going out there, getting traffic, and optimizing. And this is it. This is just a small example on how you can use this calculator. And like I said, as you're building your funnels, as you're sending emails and you're making money, come back to this calculator every once in a while, plug in your metrics, and see where you can make the biggest improvements. See which small change will have the biggest improvement in your bottom line.